Champions League. It is the all-German encounter, as we will see who will be the first German team into the Basketball Champions League Final Four. It is MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg versus medi Bayreuth. Two teams then from the same league. They are 250 kilometers apart, just a 2.5-hour drive for the team from Bayreuth to come here to Ludwigsburg, and it is a difficult place to come and play. We know that MHP Ludwigsburg have won 6 of 8 home contests in the Basketball Champions League this season. As we see the road to the Final Four, we are focused on that bottom right-hand bracket. It was dominated by German teams. 3 of the 4 teams that made it through to the playoffs, all coming from Germany. And there will be 2 legs to decide who will be the team that comes out and makes it through to the Final Four. It'll take place in just a couple of weeks. Remember, it is a 2-legged game. So we are here, first of all, in Ludwigsburg. We will then travel next week, as the game will be played on Wednesday, the 4th of April, in the Bayreuth, to see who will be the team that makes it through. So there are the quarter-final games, the 8 teams left at this stage of competition. 2 games today, and 1 second for you there. Pinar Kasia facing off against UCAM Murphy at the top game, and then Banvit, Monaco, Ike versus Strasbourg tomorrow night as well, to see who will be those 4 teams. We said Ludwigsburg have won 6 of 8 home contests in the Basketball Champions League. All of those wins by more than 12 points. Their opponents here tonight in medi Bayreuth, a team that has not won an away game, and they've given up more than 80 points. So defensively, they will have to try and do their best. Offensively, they have a number of weapons. Look out for number 32, Gabe York. He has been the X factor for them in recent games. York really has carried the load in scoring in the playoff stages. In the last 4 games, he's averaged 4.5 threes per game. For MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg, then, it is a deep team. Their bench has outscored their opponents in 13 of their 16 Champions League games this season, and that is their strength. They have key players or players throughout the floor. Elgin Cook, perhaps, has been the best of those, as he's been in great form in the playoff stages. But don't really turn your eye away from Thomas Walkup for too long either. They do it all forward. Really is a stat sheet stuffer. Listed as a small forward, but can play multiple positions, Walkup. And he is a handful matchup for anyone that goes against him. Well, here is the medi Bayreuth team then. 4th position, they finished in Group C. An 8-win and 6-loss record for them. They won just 2 of their last 5 regular season games, so they came into the playoff stages perhaps stuttering a little bit, but that round of 16, a big-time win for them over Besiktas. +5 they were over the 2 legs. After getting a solid win at home in the first game, it was really on the road where Coach Raul Corner and his team performed a miracle. An 84-84 tie in Turkey against Besiktas, when it looked like the Turkish team would return home for the second leg, get a comfortable victory to move on. medi Bayreuth really did put together an impressive on-the-road performance, something they're going to have to do again here tonight. So there is Gabe York. We talked about his hot stretch lately. Superb play from him, as he has averaged just shy of 20 points per game in his last 4. And now the crowd will get ready for their team. MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg. We said that strength and depth they have. They have actually had a very long Basketball Champions League season. They came through all 3 qualifying rounds to make it through into the regular season, first of all. And then that is when they really started to up their performances. There is Thomas Walkup leading the team out. They finished 2nd in Group B with a 12-2 record. They've actually only lost in the regular season to Tenerife this season. They put together some very impressive performances during that time. They then played the round of 16 against a familiar foe. They played against another German team in EVE Baskets Oldenburg, and they were plus 13 victors in that tie, and a lot of that was down to the first leg. They had a huge 25-point advantage after they recorded the largest road margin of victory in Basketball Champions League history. Yeah, just put the sword to their German compatriots, 88-63 in their first game, and just carried on that momentum really that they'd seen from the regular season. They won their last 5 games before going into the playoffs, and then last week they eventually went down, 2 weeks ago, 86-74 in the return leg. That was here at home, and they'll be disappointed with losing, but the work and the damage had already been done for Coach John Patrick there, the man in the middle, the man in charge of his MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg team. Players will go and shake hands and then try and get ready for the final stages before we get underway in quarter-final action here tonight. 2 explosive teams. It's going to be a fascinating battle. So we see our 3 officials for today's game. So Dandozi, the man in the middle, Antonio Conte and Sasa Maricic. Croatia, Spain, and Serbia, respectively. Veteran officiating crew. It should be a really intense matchup between these 2 teams. A few fans have made that short journey. We said about 2.5 hours drive from Bayreuth, and they will see their starting lineup with Robinson, Linhart, Seifert, Brooks and York. York really has been the X factor, and his backcourt partner, James Robinson. They've been in fine form, Robinson and York, but they did not enjoy success when they played domestically on this floor. We'll get into that in a second, but watch how those 2 go. For Coach Raul Corner, we said Gabe York, 19.8 points per game in his last 4 games, 18 threes over that period of time as well, as he's averaged 4.5 threes per game. He is the X factor. He is the man to keep an eye on. He provides just such a scoring punch for his team. For Ludwigsburg, it is Walkup McRae, Peter McNeely, Adam Woloskowski, and Elgin Cook. Cook has been a revelation in recent weeks. The son of Alvin Robinson, the former NBA player for the Milwaukee Bucks. He's been in fine form in the playoffs for Coach John Patrick, but we know it's more than just those 5 players for Ludwigsburg. It is a complete team performance, and they've been getting step-ups from guys like Justin Sears off the bench, Jacob Wiley as well. A lot of guys will come and contribute, as we see the scouting report there. A glimpse into the work that goes on behind the scenes for either of these 2 teams. So we said they have met once already this year. That was in round 13 domestically in the German Bundesliga here on this floor, and it was a huge 78-47 victory for Ludwigsburg. That backcourt I just referred to of Gabe York and Robinson, James Robinson, combined for just 3 points for medi Bayreuth. Considering how well they have played, they were 0 for 16 combined between them, just 3 points, 24% as a team, Bayreuth, and there was really no resistance to a very easy victory for Ludwigsburg. Well, we don't expect something like that here tonight. These teams will face off twice in the Basketball Champions League, once more in the German Bundesliga as well, and no doubt they will all be close encounters. That's exactly what we're looking forward to here tonight. As the clubs matched, not by just distance between them, but by club colours as well, black and yellow, all around here today, as we see Gabe York, Thomas Walkup, key players, perhaps on either side. medi Bayreuth will be in the black uniforms, and Ludwigsburg in the yellow. Thumbs up, and we are set to get underway then. Quarter-final action in the Basketball Champions League. The tip controlled by medi Bayreuth, and it is Robinson that'll bring it down and get us underway. First possession, man-to-man. Rare that we see a zone from Ludwigsburg, as Linhart tries to find a little bit of room. And now Damon Brooks. They want to go to the inside. Good defense, and it only goes into the hands of Gabe York, who fails to convert on his first three. Good defense from Ludwigsburg, keeping the ball out of the paint. Cook now. Oh, little jab step, frees him up to shoot the three. And now Robinson quickly the other way, pulls up wide open. It comes up short. So Robinson and York, we said, struggled in that first game. And both of them come up empty. They would love to see the ball go in early. Get that confidence back. Walk up into the lane. Good feed. Waleskowski fouled. Oh, nice play. Thomas Walkup really just does a bit of everything. Such an impressive player. Scores, passes, rebounds. There's not a lot he doesn't do for his team. First trip to the line then. And the points in the bank for Adam Waleskowski. So, American-born power forward, went to the University of Florida State. Can't hit the second. Springing counter then. Bayreuth going to the inside. Backs down. Nice little turn and hook, but it doesn't fall. Cypher couldn't hit the shot. And now Cook. Look at the versatility. Got the size, the length, gets into the lane. Waleskowski can't put it back. Goes to the inside this time. Brooks powers his way up, and finally they are on the board. Now Bayreuth take this early lead. Walker. It's back to that far wing. Clean look. Doesn't fall. The offensive rebound and the easy finish. Oh, far too easy on that possession for Peter McNeely. Canadian point guard, an impressive year. Peter McNeely, 8.5 points per game. Now Robinson again, he's got that wide open jump shot and he gets it to go. Well, can't give him that much room. He missed the first one. Robinson, I don't think that's going to continue to happen, no. James Robinson knocking it down. As Peter McNeely into the lane. Goes high, can't finish in the traffic. And here comes Robinson searching around. This is where you got to be careful of Gabe York. Brooks taking his time. Linhart was open on this near side. Now will he find him? No, pass taken away. Good defense. Brooks probably should have found the open man as McRae goes to Waleskowski. There's three. Ounces clear though. Linhart gets it over the lane. Now goes in, scores, but it's going to be wiped away. Elgin Cook with some good defense. Looked like there was a lot of space here for Linhart to drive. Didn't really have position. I think it was just the drop of the shoulder that gave it away. There's Robinson knocking down his jumper. Peter McNeely hands it over. And now Kieran Johnson to Waleskowski. Johnson seeing early substitution here. Great defense from Cypher. High fives from his teammates. Look at this D. Great recovery from him. Seemed like Oleszkowski was going to have the step. But Seifert gets back. Clean block. Does open up this pressure from Ludwigsburg, though, something they love to do. Oh, great ball movement, but it's rejected from behind. Cook got the block. Well, I was about to say, the thing about the pressure from Ludwigsburg is if you can break it, it will give you an opportunity to score. But Damon Brooks couldn't finish against the pressure from Cook, and it just gives the ball quickly back to Ludwigsburg. Walkup collects it high. Now waits for this screen. A lot of attention on Walkup. He's a willing passer. Now Peter McNeely can shoot it. Too strong on this one, but the rebound bounces into the hands of Johnson. Oleszkowski stops, goes again, has the step. Oh, beautiful feed. Simple finish for Oleszkowski. All about Thomas Walkup. Kept him quiet, double him. There's a turnover. Johnson goes up high, and Cook throws it down. Sloppy turnover, easy points in transition for Ludwigsburg. Just seem to have started to settle here. Gabe York misses. And here they come again, Ludwigsburg with some momentum. Johnson wants this quick screen from Cook. Sends him into the post. Johnson into the lane. His pass to Oleszkowski. Picked up and put home. Oleszkowski finishing well. He's got 5. They have to step up on the defensive end. Too easy so far. Seifert collects it and is fouled, and that's just going to take a little momentum out of the game. Trying to slow this tempo here. Something they're going to have to do, Bayreuth. There's a loud gym here in Ludwigsburg. Look at Johnson just slicing into the lane. Far too easy. Interesting stat is that Bayreuth have never won a game in the Basketball Champions League when they've been outscored in the paint. So something to keep an eye on, because right now it's far too easy for paint scores for Ludwigsburg as the 3 doesn't go. Offensive rebound. Brooks rejected. Walkup saves it. And there's Justin Sears fresh into the game, making his presence felt. He had a massive game against Bayreuth last time these two teams faced off in that Bundesliga game. And the scoring on that particular occasion. Sears 15 points, 8 rebounds. This Walkup off the offensive rebound is foul. This is it, the missed 3. Brooks does well to get the rebound. Look at the collection of defenders. Walkup, Sears and Cook all there together. Foul. Good signs then so far for Coach Morale Corner. Strong drive, doesn't go. Muller couldn't get the finish, and then there's going to be a foul. Pushing the back on the rebound. There is Malik Muller. As McRae's going to come back in. These subs will just come in and out for Ludwigsburg all game long. A very deep bench for them. So Elgin Cook started the game, yet to go out. He is the number 23, and this is why they keep players fresh so they can keep bringing this pressure. Cox into the game for the first time. Number 6 for Bayreuth. Robinson. This is the offense. They need to get a clean look for York here if they can. Here he comes off some screens. York. Oh, good unselfish play from him. Finds medi. He can't finish, but Damon Brooks puts it home. Well executed play that from Bayreuth. York unselfish, despite the fact he hasn't had a clean field goal look yet. No hurry. Made the extra pass. Johnson. Muller has the step. into the lane, loses it, but picks it up, forces his way to the ring. Can't finish. Perhaps he should have found a pass there, Muller. There's Cox. Under control. They're looking to the inside. It's going to be a mismatch. Cox instead takes the 3. And an easy rebound for Cook. McRae sees a little glimmer of light. Goes all the way for an easy 2. Good finish from David McRae. Known as more of a shooter than a driver, McRae. But he really is a great leader for this Ludwigsburg team. Standing member of the club. York wants the screen from Rodai. See the numbers on him, and he's going to be a provider again. Cox can't finish though. You see, York comes off the screen. All the heads turn towards him. Clear indication of the way Ludwigsburg want to guard him. Look, 1, 2, 3. 3 players focused on York, and twice now. He's playing good passes out to get shots for his teammates, but the other way. Points in the paint. We said it's something to keep an eye on. It was too easy. (10-4) right now. Points in the paint in favour of Ludwigsburg. Cox. The line. It's the second to fall. Peter McNeely back into the game. Here he is. Dancing with it as he goes to the inside. Quick kick out from Sears. Fake enough. Try and walk up to get Cox in the air. Up, Peter McNeely, they've played, rested, and now got back onto the floor. 7.5 minutes in. High screen, Sears rolling. Peter McNeely kicks it, Walkup sells that fake again, goes all the way! Power finish from Walkup. Great patience from him, twice in a row, sold that little head fake. And the defense bit. Too easy though, really. Look at this extra pass. I mean, that's poor defense from Brooks. Great finish though from Thomas Walkup. Graduated from Stephen F. Austin University, United States. Bastien Doref, captain of the medi Bayreuth team. Marai is going to have to go on his own. 1 second, loses it. They won't get this away. So Marai trying to spin and find some room on the inside, but the defense once again swarming from Ludwigsburg. Look at that turnover count. It is something that Ludwigsburg do really well. To turn the ball over, they average just 10.4 turnovers per game, although there's one. Best figure in the Bayreuth Champions League, that is, less than 11 per game. Loref kicks it, Cox, now Brooks. Has a good matchup here against McRae. Sears thinks about coming in over, but a whistle goes before he gets the chance, and a foul will be called against David McRae, who looks around. He's unsure as to why. Just a little swing with the right shoulder before the contact. It's going to be his second, so he'll have to go to the bench. Just brings Elgin Cook back in, though. So you lose McRae, you think, oh, maybe that'll hurt MHP Riesen, but instead, you bring Elgin Cook in instead. 4 rebounds and a block already. Damon Brooks. Can't get the second to go. Gets the offensive rebound though. He has 5 to lead the way for Ludwigsburg. For Bayreuth. They're going to turn it over again. Cook spins, just turns him, tries to finish over the top of the smaller man. Doesn't get the roll though. Bayreuth pulls up for three. In and out from him. Really a scorer, Bayreuth. Just 3 points per game. Cook is a scorer, but he can't get it. And Sears with the offensive rebound and the putback. Justin Sears just so long. Offensive rebound from him and the putback for his first points. There's a Gabe York. York just been so well guarded so far in this game. Again, comes off the screen. A lot of bodies in front of him. So it goes to Brooks. Brooks pass. There's a loose one to medi. He will go to the bench. Corner looks on then. Frustrating start for his team. Just 8 points. Scored just 47 here. In that Bundesliga game as well. Walkup waiting, letting this time run down. There is a difference, so he'll go with 5 on the clock. Takes the 3 and buries it. Thomas Walkup. Great time management from him, and they're going to get one final stop here. Cox finds the open man. medi, where was the defense? Well, I said great time management. But how did medi find that much room under the basket? There you can see Coach Patrick is not happy. He's talking to Justin Sears. That should have been his man. But at the end of one, Ludwigsburg will be happy with an 8-point lead here, 18-10.
Defensively, we got to collapse more. We force them to baseline drives, but we don't have the help there. We got to shift over, make them kick the ball out against aggressive first help. That's number one. On the offensive end, they collapse a lot. Look for the kick out. Before you drive, you already got to know where the help comes from to kick it. Right? Always replacement situation with the Mont drove that Gabe's man. Just jump stop, kick back, wide open shot. Look for those options. Also an offensive rebound. Go for it.
Das war die News aus der Talkshow Basketball-Akademie.
Great insight into the timeout from Coach Corner there. He said he wants his team to penetrate to the basket, but knowing that they're going to flood help, the help's going to come quickly, knowing where it will come from and find the passes quickly. Wants his team to shoot more from the 3. Right now they are 0 of 4. That has been their game. And they just haven't got going. 4 of 14 from the field they are. On the other side, Ludwigsburg themselves have had those struggles with the 3-point shot. That one, with 5 seconds to go by Thomas Walkup, was the only make for them from beyond the 3-point line. But where they've succeeded is plays like that, getting out in transition and getting to the ring. They're 14 points in the paint. We highlighted that, saying that Bayreuth have not won a game in the Basketball Champions League this year when they've been outscored in the paint. And it is 14-6 after the first quarter. Back to action. Here's Cook, Johnson, Peter McNeely, Sears, and a Walkup on the floor. Sears is fouled by medi. And medi is out there alongside Cox, Bayreuth. James Robinson. Steve Mahowski. Jump shot way short. Cox grabs it. Chance to run here. Bayreuth waits. Gets the support of Robinson. And now in the corner, the open 3. String music for Mahowski. It's an instant impact off the bench from him, the 35-year-old. Bayreuth doesn't like the call. Yes, excellent recognition from Robinson and Mahowski. making an impact straight away. Koch comes in for Ludwigsburg. Walker waiting, surveying the floor, and Sears is going to take that jump shot. Doesn't get it to go. Can make those shots though. Robinson gets it back again. Wants medi to come screen. Work from Walkup to get over the top, but it doesn't matter to Robinson. Walkup played good defense. Robinson just stopped and finished over him though. Sears trying to find some room. Has to come back to Johnson, who's well denied now. Sears goes one-on-one against medi. Jump shot doesn't go. Tipped out of bounds. And it is off. Justin Sears, Yale graduate, two-time Ivy League Player of the Year. Robinson, once again guarded by Walker. There's Dumek. They look to medi here now in the low post. He waits. Any double team coming? No, medi. Oh, what footwork from him as always. But he can't finish. Medi slaps the chest in frustration. He always loves to take an extra step, medi. Sells those up and unders, little reverse pivots so well in and around the basket. Now we have a different look as Jacob Wiley comes in to guard him. Thick up, it's stronger Wiley than Sears as a turnover goes into the hands of Johnson. Johnson again goes up high, this time to Wiley. Oh, Johnson in transition for the second time, throwing the lob. Could be a third here. No, Wiley doesn't quite get there in time. Good work from Ludwigsburg, turning defense into points. I think Muller's going to come in. Look at the effort. Two guys going after it. Wiley just couldn't quite save it before it hit the line. And this is Johnson throwing up for Wiley's first two of the game. Fans loving it here in Ludwigsburg. 5-point lead. Robinson goes to Cox. Just 2 on the clock. Does he know? He fires it up. Can't make it though. And a fight for the rebound. Modi's got to be careful there. Climb in the back of Walker. Cox goes out. Fives all around for Cox. And Hart is back in. Florian Koch trying to find some room here. He is. Misses it. Linhart saves to Robinson. Robinson has medi. And an offensive foul. Well, medi tried to go slowly on that trail. You've got to say, it's just great defense. Watch the way Walkup goes not only to stop the ball from Robinson, but gets back in front of the pass to take the charge. He guarded 2 guys in transition. And that's why timing on a pass is so important. Robinson just needs to hold on to it a second longer to bring Walkup more to him. It's the second foul on medi. He's had to go out. Seifert back in. Seifert. So Wiley puts it on the floor. And a foul is called out on the perimeter. Wiley, good first step. Left, Steve Mahalski. There's the foul. Like he was lining up an explosive finish. Didn't get the opportunity though, Wiley. Walkup draws 2. Walikowski throws it high. Wiley finishes. Good poise from him. In and around the basket in no hurry whatsoever. Good, and another steal in transition. Peter McNeely throws it down. It is the defense of Ludwigsburg that's getting it done right now. They're fired up. There'll be a timeout for medi Bayreuth. Just need to regroup here. There's the percentages. Just 1 of 6 they are. Both teams struggling, but the turnovers are also the battle to watch out for.
James, you run it. Okay? James actually wants you to start here. Start here, so we start with 2 screens. Okay? Right after the first screen, Steve, you follow him basically. After following, make the pass here, come up, go here. Pass to get the ball. Pass it. Press offense into 2 down motion. All right? 1, 2, 3.
The effort from Muller gets the steal, and then the finish from Peter McNeely. It's all about the defense. Surprised Cape York hasn't come back onto the floor. Trying to give some sort of a spark for Bayreuth as Robinson knocks down the jumper. Mid-range game of his, so effective. Much needed score. Good timeout there. 6 points for Robinson. It's this end now. And they slow down the offensive firepower of Ludwigsburg. Walikowski, feet set. Can't get it. Great rebound from Doreth. Robinson has it in his hands once again. Here comes York, coming back into the game. They don't need him if Robinson's going to keep firing that way. James Robinson moves to 8. Starting to get that little mid-range shot really dropping here. Walker sells the fake. A lot of bodies trying to come towards him. He spins away from them, comes up short. It's a chance for Bayreuth to run. And slow it though, Linhart, not in a hurry. Goes to Cypher. Cypher against Wiley. Trying to get him into the lane, he does so, powers his way up. That's a very impressive finish from Anders Cypher. A man who played for the German national team. Averaging 5 points and 3 rebounds per game in 2 games this year. In that February window has caused a timeout to be called by the hometown team. Ludwigsburg will talk this one over after a little recovery from Bayreuth.
Look, they're playing one-on-one here, Marty. You're over here denying it, guys. Come on, let's get with it. Get with it. Okay. James got Marty. You guys okay? You alright? Okay. Let's go shorts again. Shorts again. With Tom and Adika. Okay. Team, 1, 2, 3, 2. All right.
There's Robinson starting to get it going. And now he needs Gabe York to do the same. Robinson, 8 points personal. The game's leading scorer. He has his team within 1 now. 3, 24-21. Walker brings it down. Peter McNeely for 3. Oh, great response out of the timeout. Attica, Peter McNeely knocking down the triple, something Ludwigsburg haven't done quite yet. And now York gets himself going. Finally a clean look for him. First field goal of the game for York. Skip past to hands of Cook. Defense chasing. Peter McNeely, a second 3 doesn't go. McRae back out there. Gets the offensive rebound. Playing with those 2 fouls, remember. And now Cook for 3. Doesn't go. Fight for the rebound. Bounces around a couple of times, and it's Robinson. Throws it ahead to Linhart. Can't finish, but is fouled. So looks like he's going to be okay. Took a heavy fall. Good, sportsmanship from Thomas Walkup. Make sure he's okay. Let's have another look. Look at this, off the legs, 1, 2, 3 times. Finally picked up by Robinson. Linhart took a heavy hit. And a certain point saved as he misses the first. That's the second. 3-point game still. Defense from Bayreuth has improved here in this second quarter. Taking it nearly into the lane. Excuse me, Cook into the lane. And he's whistled for the travel. He's frustrated, man. Just came back in, played some good defense against him. Now, Robinson in transition is fouled. We'll go against Walkup. The second against Thomas Walkup. Line possession as Kidder and Johnson comes back in. Walkup remains on the floor with 2. This can be a great battle. Johnson and Robinson. Now he's got going. Another foul, third of the quarter, excuse me, against Ludwigsburg. Johnson picks that one up. Robinson just so strong. Thick chest. Handful matchup. This makes him so good when he does get some room. His ability to get to the ring, finish against guys, you know, just absorb contact and pressure. Linhart, oh, goes back to the inside. He is fouled. He's frustrated. He didn't finish it. It was an excellent return pass from Nate Linhart. Lined up like he was going to shoot it. Threw it to the inside. Against Cook. So foul on Cook. Second against him, so he goes out as well. Seifert against number 1. First trip to the line for Andreas Seifert. A basketballing family, brother Martin, also a professional, plays in the 2nd division in Germany. Johnson guarded by York. Johnson kicks it out to Sears. Sears looking for Walkup. Back to Sears. He'll put it on the floor, try and use his speed against Seifert. Can't finish though, and then look at Robinson on the rebound. But it's tied up. No, nearly tied up, knocked out of bounds in the end. So Robinson grabs in the rebound. Sears had the opportunity to try and snatch it in as he fell to the floor. Couldn't quite get his hands on it. Instead tipped it out. 4 seconds left on that shot clock to get it over the half, and they go long. Linhart off the glass, and then York finishes it. Well, what a play. They had 4 seconds to get over the half. Went long, missed the layup, but gave York, after that long spell on the bench, now starting to find his range. Now Bayreuth will be happy. They have the lead. First lead of the game for them. The 3 in response goes for McRae. 3 of 11 from beyond the 3-point line as Brooks Loses the handle on the long pass. Double-figure turnovers now for Bayreuth. Oh, walk up, finds Sears. He can't finish. And again, it's that play of walk up, penetration, making the right decision. There's the long pass from Robinson. Bench looking on for Ludwigsburgers. Sears goes to the line. So two-time Ivy League Player of the Year after his play from the University of Yale. British-American. Can't hit the second, but the offensive rebound for a second time for Oleszkowski. And now Sears gets the finish. Well, he missed the easy one on the free throw and then made the acrobatic play. Watch this from Sears. Puts it on the floor, inside out to the spin, takes the contact and the body control to finish. 5 points for him. Well, jumper not falling for him right now. Missed a couple of long ones, just 1 of 3 from the free throw line. York gets it back. Gabe York, here he goes. And that is dangerous signs when Gabe York starts heating up. No, many a person out there thinks he's the key to this game. Oleszkowski to Johnson. Johnson back to Oleszkowski. Spacing not quite right for Ludwigsburg, but Justin Sears finishes with the left. Cypher looking for York. You can almost sense York feeling it's his time. Linhart for 3, doesn't get it. Seaforth may have got away with a little push, but falls to Ludwigsburg. And now Sears, the Euro step. Johnson pulls it out. Still got 10 seconds on the clock here. York is going to be whistled for the foul. Back and forth last couple of minutes. Justin Sears doing it all. See him off the spin. That left-handed drive. It's the last play, foul against York. Just his first foul. His team fouls against his team, so 2 shots to come for Gillen Johnson. Steadies himself. Fails to convert. 2 of 6. Ludwigsburg from the line then. Can he make the second? That's good. So they bring the pressure again, and it works once more. Walk up with the steal and finish. And just like that, the lead back to 7. Robinson breaks the pressure. This time he'll pull it out. York on the little fade for 3. Doesn't get the drop. Marai on the offensive rebound. It was fouled and will go to the line. Ludwigsburg. Just a minute of great play there. Has seen them open up this lead. Like it was going to be pegged back. Right back into it. And the 3 from Linhart. I'm sorry, on the 3 from Gabe York was 31-33. It was just a minute and a half ago, 1 minute 40 seconds. Now the lead's stretched out again. Free throw from Marai makes it 5. It's the chance of Bayreuth to come with some pressure. The quick score goes for Peter McNeely. Another Peter McNeely. And a fine game. A 3-point range starting to hit now for Ludwigsburg. Peter McNeely, first man into double digits for his team with 10. Robinson. Oh, good fake from Brooks. Can he finish on the drive? No, he can't! It's rejected by Sears. They got numbers here. Walkup says, let's hold though, wait for the final shot. The defense recovers. Walkup, so good in these situations usually. Stops, crosses over. From the foul line, comes up short. As everyone looks around to see whether there's a call, but it's the end of the half. And a good run from Ludwigsburg there in those last few minutes has seen them open up this 41-33 lead. Oh, just when it looked like medi Bayreuth were going to get themselves back into the game, the 3-point shooting of Ludwigsburg, especially Annika Peter McNeely, who's made 2 of them, really has put a little breathing room between Ludwigsburg and medi Bayreuth there. And there is Peter McNeely going to the bench, or going to the locker room. He leads the way, 10 points, the only man into double figures. A lot of those points coming in a hurry there, as he's 4 of 9 from the field. Sean Patrick will go back and talk it over with his team. See the leading scorers. The one thing he's got to be concerned about is that Robinson and York backcourt just look like Gabe York starting to find his range. And he, for me, is the difference maker. When he gets going, that is when Bayreuth really starts a motor. So, half-time here. An 8-point lead for MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg at home. I'll leave you with some highlights from this first 20 minutes of action. We'll be back after the break to see who will play, or who will continue with their play from the first half, as we are in game day 1, leg 1 of the quarterfinals here in the Basketball Champions League. Welcome back then. It is half time here in Ludwigsburg as MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg have the lead 41-33 over their fellow German team medi Bayreuth. This is the first leg, remember, of the quarterfinals. These two teams will travel the 250 kilometers to Bayreuth for next Wednesday's game to see who will be the first ever German team into the final four of the Bayreuth Champions League. Right now, you got to say, MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg, who came in as favourites to this game, are fulfilling that tag. They tied the second quarter 23 apiece after an impressive 18-10 lead at the end of the first, and it is Attica Peter McNeely that leads the way. 4 of 9 for him from the field, 10 points. Justin Sears, the X Factor, 7 points off the bench. And then Thomas Walkup doing what he does week in, week out for Ludwigsburg. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for him. They have just 2 turnovers as a team, Ludwigsburg, as they've looked after the ball extremely well indeed. On the other side for medi Bayreuth, they need everybody firing. They haven't quite got that yet. Just 2 of 9 from beyond the 3-point line. They have 11 turnovers in the game. medi Bayreuth, as Ludwigsburg only average less than 11 per game. Right now, the backcourt combo of Robinson and York is leading them in scoring, but really only started to get going towards the end of that second quarter. Robinson pulled his weight early on. He has 8 points and 3 assists. But they need to get firing, especially from beyond the 3-point line. So we are ready to get underway here in the second half. Start to get to their feet then. Smiles from them. Last time out in the round of 16, the first leg, so important for both of these teams. And Ludwigsburg got the huge win on the road to help them come through against EVE Baskets Oldenburg. And for medi Bayreuth, they got the win as well at home against Besiktas. So we are underway then. It is Robinson at the point. This team trailing by 8. They have the first possession. Linhart collects it. Finds the open man in York eventually, but York still can't get it to go. Brooks gets the score. Well, Brooks, 7 points now from him. He's another man. Didn't really fire on all cylinders in that first half the way I think he would want to. 5.6 rebounds now, though. And this is a team that can spurt. Bayreuth. We know that. We've seen them do it throughout this competition. There's the cheap foul. We'll go against Gabe York. He didn't like the call. Fans stand into the first score of the second half. Johnson over to Cook. Now here is Walkup. He's caused problems off the dribble, Thomas Walkup, for this Bayreuth team. They're going to double him now. Cook hesitating, gets it to Johnson in the end, and he knocks it down. Well, so close to being a great defensive possession. Turns into a great offensive one as Johnson knocks it down. York steps back, goes to Linhart. Cross-court pass from him to the hands of Brooks. And then the putback is made by Seifert, and he is fouled. It's a strong drive from Brooks. He drew all the attention. That's how Seifert had that room on the inside. And 2 players rotated as we see the 3 from Johnson in the corner. Shot clock winding down as he made it. Seifert, born in in Berlin, always played here in Germany. So got some experience with the national team this season as well. Six-point game now. 44 plays 38. Olakowski, pick and pop. That's what he can do. Second triple of the second half for Ludwigsburg as Linhart tries to respond, doesn't. In this tempo, it's something that Ludwigsburg like. They want to run. Get out into the open floor as Cook spins, kicks it. Oh, Walkup wanted the three, but slipped out of his hands. Now Johnson with 10 on the clock. They space, let him go one-on-one. Gets it back now, good fake. Walkup for three. Hits the side of the backboard though. But Thomas Walkup gets it back again for his team. And now an unsportsmanlike foul against Robinson. No play for the ball. It's been consistent throughout the season. This call, you see Robinson just grabs him. No play whatsoever from the ball. Knew that he was in trouble. It's a poor pass from Brooks. Walkup can't make the first though. It's a friendly roll on the second. Double-digit lead now. Place 38. So it's the largest lead of the game for Ludwigsburg. Chance to make it more as Walkup skips it. Cook, Johnson for another triple. Can't get it. The rebound tipped last off Thomas Walkup to go back to medi Bayreuth. Robinson. This is the half. Wait, York. Clean look for York and he knocks it down. It's a tough shot. Gabe York given a glimmer of hope. The dagger through your heart. As an offensive foul goes against Wolskowski. He's got to be careful here. So you have to speak to the official. Let's have a look. Wolskowski. There's not too much in it. Lead to 7. Wolskowski goes out. He's just got to cool down here. Sears, who had a fine first half, comes back in. Robinson at full speed, can't get the finish. He falls to the floor. There'll be an open man if Ludwigsburg can find them. A smart foul from Damon Brooks. He just lost it on the way up, didn't he, Robinson? Just came out of his hand. It was almost indecisive of whether he was going to shoot with his right or his left. And the back from Johnson. Another foul from Bayreuth. 4th from them. Crosses over into the lane. Oh, that's too easy for Thomas Walkup. Got that head of steam, got downhill against his man. And it's just, as I said, he's just such a good decision maker. And this is a guy who loves the month of March. Made a name for himself in the NCAA tournament, really. His team, his university, deep into the tournament as Sears snatches in the ball up high. Crowd delighted. Walkup. Oh, what a feed! And Cook is open. Elgin Cook just sneaks along the baseline. Defense still scrambling. Timeout by Bayreuth. Ludwigsburg looking ready to explode here. Momentum in their favor. Remember, 2 legs to this contest. Bayreuth are going to have to regroup here. Keep getting themselves back into the game, but then Ludwigsburg respond.
Offensively, let's go one up once. One up so we can get some movement here. Okay, one up, set good screens. Be ready for the hard physical flare screen. Look for alley-oop. Helps them go deep and go out. Go with flare. All right, let's go, fellas. Come on. Next guy. Team. Out here, you can go. He wants to take these shots here. Okay, be ready for them to run short, which is screen down screen here. Stay down.
There's the beautiful feed from Kieran Johnson. Finding Archie Cook, who only has 4 points on the game. I'm shocked by that. He does have 7 rebounds. Team effort for Ludwigsburg. Some of the pressure is broken by Bayreuth. Now, where do they go? Into the hands of medi. Medi back, Linhart trying to find some room, pulls up. In and out from him though, and Sears once again making plays. 3rd rebound for Justin Sears. Johnson. Out in the ball. Looking some time. Sears spins, loses it. Shot clock winding down. Dorev, the opposite direction. York is fouled by McRae. McRae picks up his 3rd. He's going to come back for Walkup. A nice round of applause for Thomas Walkup as he goes to the bench. Brooks. Hands it to Linhart. Linhart. To medi. medi. York for 3. Is good. Second 3 of the second half for Gabe York. He moves to 13 personal. A lot of time left, not just only in this game, but the second leg as well. 8-point lead. Cook hanging, can't finish. Tapped around, who's going to come up with it? medi does. Linhart over to York. They just got to keep feeding him when they can. They'll isolate. Battle of West Coast players, York and Cook. They'll know each other from their college days as medi is fouled and gets the score. Now, medi Bayreuth, they have a tenacity to them. Every time you start to think it's dangerous period for them, that they're going to start to get undone, back they come. The 3 from York, the and 1 here from medi. And that double-digit lead a second ago has evaporated again. medi, Egyptian international. Fails to hit the free throw, crosses the line too early, so it's a violation. Possession to Ludwigsburg. So medi, father is a coach, Egypt national team coach, 2015 Afrobasket. Johnson. Where are points going to come from with this lineup? This is the man, in my opinion, nearly loses it though. 4 on 2. Bayreuth to York, quick fire 3, Gabe York knocks down another one. 3rd 3, and is that a little smile from Coach Corner there as the timeout is called by John Patrick. How quick is that release from Gabe York? They did such a good job keeping him quiet in that first 20 minutes.
You guys go ahead and guard you, they switch. You just watch. You guys get back to the ball. Did you see who you had guarding you? I threw it over the yeah, you had Brooks guarding you. No, when you just threw it. Step back, look, we're okay, but we gotta play a little smarter here. Okay, hey, 3-point game. It's all York. It's all York. We're leaving it. Don't win. We gotta get out running.
Also take charges. Take charges.
Hey, we was here before. We lost. Hey, they're not gonna bump off you. Let's go 5 sides. 5 sides and a good screen. Let's go. Let's go. Defense. 1, 2, 3 defense.
It's all York. That's the cry from Coach John Patrick, and it absolutely is. Watch how quick this one gets away. Bam! Gabe York, his third 3 of the second half. He came in averaging 19.8 over the last 4. He now has 16. He's made 4 threes. Peter McNeely can't get it to go. The foul's going to be against Marai on the push. Complains him, I'm not really sure how. Team fouls means it'll be Justin Sears at the line. Might not be the worst foul though. Sears has had his struggles, just 1 of 3 here tonight. First rattles out for Sears. Steadies himself for the second. It's good. All of this coming for Bayreuth with Robinson on the bench. As Marai finds some room and scores. Great play out of the timeout. I love the call from Coach Corner. He knows that Gabe York is going to be having a lot of attention. So what does he do? Uses York as a screener, knowing the defense won't be able to help. And that's how Marai was open going to the ring. Defense so scared of leaving York for the 3. That was out of the timeout. Coach Corner, credit to him on that play. It is a 2-point game. Johnson to Cook. Cook backing it down. Finds Sears. Can he finish? Trying to find the room. He's going to be fouled on the way up. Not happy because I think Brooks was going to wipe that one away. Let's have another look. Nice foul on Steve Wachowski. Good work on the replay. Let's see a foul against him. Austin Sears back to the line and makes this one. Three of 6 now, Sears. Make it 4 of 7. Started to find that range. Pressure coming. They did struggle in the first half with 10 turnovers. But the captain this time breaks the pressure. Linhart for 3. It's good. Wow. Linhart rings the bell. It's a pretty sound as he goes through the net. Such a pure stroke from him. Walkup is back onto the floor. Johnson loses it. It's out of his hands though. Look at the bench from Bayreuth. They're up. Looking happy. They know the team's starting to roll here. Have this momentum. Walkup has it wiped away though. Did Linhart get a piece of that one? And then York picks it up. Got to be careful of him in transition. Johnson does well to take away his threat, but leaves Linhart. His 3 doesn't go. Rebound just goes into the hands of Brooks. Incredible play, and Bayreuth are going to have the lead here. Timeout called. Second of the third quarter by Ludwigsburg. because medi Bayreuth rolling in this third quarter. 25 to 40. Oh, well, those numbers there are not the same numbers that I have on my screen. They say 21, mine says 23. And all that matters right now is it's 56-55, 23 to 14 in this third quarter. I think has given the lead to the visitors.
Our next offense is going to go fist up again. Nate, instead of setting a down screen, I want you to set a back screen for the ball. Look for pass, then come out with the roll. Okay, start a little higher. Team, 1, 2, 3.
Linhart did get it. Great rotation from him. Making plays on both ends of the floor. There's the kind bounce goes to Brooks. All working for Ludwigsburg, not for Ludwigsburg, for Bayreuth in these last few minutes. Johnson comes off the screen. Finds Sears on the roll, and a travel called against Justin Sears. Possession back. Bayreuth have to handle full court defense. A better job in the third quarter, just 2 turnovers. There's the back screen. Now Linhart looking to Brooks. Squares up, but he returns the favour with a travel of his own. So look, yeah, good call from the official. So Walkup will bring it in. I said Thomas Walkup is a man who loves the month of March. 33 points he scored in 2016. Stephen F. Austin University team. It's the Cinderella that year. An upset victory over West Virginia. Here he is now, finding Cook, who misses everything. York snatches in the rebound. York through the gears. Falls to the floor. Chance to run the other way. Cook, walk up ahead of him. Goes to the reverse, easy 2 to give them the lead back once more. Walkup, 12 points personal. Hasn't recorded an assist or a rebound in this third quarter though. Oh, beautiful feed! Nice little pocket bounce pass from Linhart to Damon Brooks. Look at this. Splits between 2 defenders. Wolikowski knows exactly what he's doing. Fouling, not allowing the easy score from Brooks. Will send him to the line. Brooks 1 of 2. Flirting with a double-double, 9 points, 8 rebounds. He's had 5 turnovers on the game though, Brooks. Second bounce is clear, so we are tied at 57 inside the final minute of this third quarter. Johnson slices in and rolls it home. Beautiful gliding drive from Keron Johnson. Goreth waiting. Look high-low, nearly turned over. And the 3 for Wolikowski doesn't go. The offensive rebound will mean it's possession once more for Bayreuth though. Shot clock to 6. York gets into the lane, kicks it. Wolikowski's got to shoot it. Extra pass. Too much from him. Surprised he wasn't ready on the kick out from York. believe 6.8 seconds. Just a drive from Johnson. Wow. Walkup might have got away with an illegal screen there. Now, he'll find Peter McNeely for three. It's good! Huge basket at the end of the third quarter for Ludwigsburg. Peter McNeely quiet in that third quarter. Makes his third triple of the game, and it gives Ludwigsburg a 5-point advantage once again. Wow. Against the run of momentum, really, Bayreuth had it all going in that third quarter. Ludwigsburg, though, a couple of big plays at the end of the quarter, sees them take the lead by 5 once again, 62 to 57.
It's just going to be two sides. Okay, two sides. Be ready to shoot the ball on the pick and pop. Okay, come out, Steve screen, up, pick and pop. Go from there. Okay.
Some of the highlights from the third quarter then. Both teams' three-point shooting starting to come to life. 7 of 19 for Ludwigsburg, 6 of 17 for Bayreuth. And the area we talked about, start of the game, Bayreuth have never won a game where they're outscored in the paint. In the Basketball Champions League, 34 to 26, they trail right now. So we are heading into the fourth and final quarter. Thomas Walkup leads the way, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. And Gabe York, 16 points on his own. There are 3 of them as he started to get the radar going. Gabe York. So, Marai with the finish. And we are back to live pictures. Underway, the final 10 minutes here in Ludwigsburg. Leg 1 of the quarterfinals. First possession to Elgin Cook, kicks it to Walaskowski. 3 doesn't go from him, and a good rebound from York. Gabe York picks it up. Finds this Seifert. Little screen. Doref. Now to Cox. Terrible pass from him, just the miscommunication with Seifert. Cheap possession to give back, and Johnson tries to punish them. But blows the layup. Johnson recovering. York finds the open man in the corner, and Cook makes up for the turnover. Oh, that's the way to stay with it. John Cook turned it over on one possession. On the next one, makes the 3. Johnson this time finishes. I think they got to go help in that situation there. Kieran Johnson too fast for Doref. And now the foul. We'll send Johnson back to the line once again. And there's Seifert. Moves to the bench quickly after the foul. I don't think there was a lot in it, despite the protests from the crowd. Let's have a look. Well, take the legs. Bench being warned. There's Johnson. Will be at the line, seems to be okay. There's the 4 other players, Walaskowski, Cook, McRae and Walkup there for Ludwigsburg. Johnson makes the first. points, 6 assists for Kieran Johnson. 10 now. See who will get the sub. Muller comes in. So check that wrist out. Heavily. Cox. Gets it over. Now finds York. York. Oh, good play. The open look doesn't go. It's a good clean look though for Halski. Woloskowski kicks it out. Immediately screens for Walkup. He'll take the 3. Thomas Walkup rattles it home. 15 on the game for him. York. Back to medi. Extra pass. Cook in the corner. This time too strong, and here comes Cook. Going the other way. Spins and loses it to Dureth, who is fouled. And Dureth is holding the ankle. McRae goes to see if he's okay. Robinson's going to come back in. He's had a good break for Bayreuth. Let's have a look. Good hands from Mariah. Tips it away. Going for the loose ball. Oh, yeah, you can see the ankle just got trapped underneath the body of David McRae. Robinson back onto the floor. He'll be fresh for this final push. The lead back up to 9. For Ludwigsburg. Cox trying to find some room. Travel. Muller holds firm on the low post. Strong defense from him, and now the opportunity to make it a double-digit lead yet again for Ludwigsburg. They've built this lead before. Walkup on the switch, goes to Peter McNeely for 3. Can't get it. And then the run out. York ahead of everybody takes a heavy hit. But York is the one who created a lot of the contact. Seems to be okay, Gabe York. He did take a heavy fall, but you know, he's jumped in so much to the defender. This is the miss. Watch the line of path that he takes, Gabe York. Look, he's the one going into Thomas Walkup. So it is definitely a foul. York really did sacrifice himself to get to the line where he makes the first. 17 now for York. On his first trip to the line. It's the second, and now he'll get a quick blow. Then Hart comes back. Team trailing by 7. For Bayreuth to come with the pressure. Walkup beats it. Uses time here. Oh, dribbles it off his foot. Just manages to save it. Sears off the dribble. Turns it over. Here comes Robinson. He has it tipped away. Well, hot potato with the ball. No one wants it. Get it out of their hands. Turnovers there, 18 turnovers for Bayreuth. And now they would like a couple of those back. medi establishing himself in this low post against Sears. Got to be careful with the fakes on medi. Gets in deep, and he's going to be fouled by Sears. It's on the floor. So before the basket and line. So let's go for the push. Trying to buy the offensive foul. Referee wasn't having it though. Linhart. The runner is good. Nate Linhart. Tough shot made easy for him. It's just one of 7, oh sorry, 2 of 7 now from the field. He's made some big shots, those 2 field goals. Both been tough ones. The 3, and now that runner. Walker. It's a little bit stagnant for Ludwigsburg. He's going to be called for the travel. First time all game, it's kind of a little static, little stagnant for Ludwigsburg. Is the pressure starting to get to them? We've had double-digit leads, 3 times, I think, in this game, but Bayreuth just won't go away. Still very much alive. Robertson brings it down. Modi screens, rolls. Now comes again, Linhart. Goes all the way, flips it high and finishes. No, you can't let Linhart get to his left hand like that 2 times in a row. Poor defense from Ludwigsburg as it's a 3-point game. Johnson goes over to McNeely, back to Johnson. In and out for the 3, and a rebounding foul will be called against Justin Sears. See the goal, holding foul. Sasa Maric, Serbian official. Linhart doing this without Gabe York on the floor, getting some good minutes rest for Bayreuth. He'll be back in a second, I'm sure. Linhart steps back and makes it. Linhart rolling. 6 in a row from him, and Bayreuth once again are within 1. Johnson to Peter McNeely. Woliskowski can't beat his man, so they have to go out to Johnson. He'll pull up for the tough one, and it bounces out. Fight for the rebound, tipped beautifully back by Peter McNeely. Now Cook isn't able to finish, and we will go the other way. Possession with Bayreuth. Good move from Cook. There's the numbers. Linhart, 6 in a row for him, 8-0 run for the team. Will they go to him once more? Why not? Here he is waiting. They space the floor. Modi screens. Linhart flips it. Modi with 4 on the clock, spins away from his man to the reverse. Basket is good, plus the foul. Modi with a game face. The scout. Look at a quick move from Osam Modi. Woliskowski goes to the bench, unhappy. He fouls out of the game, Woliskowski, as Modi adds the bonus. The icing on the top of the cake there. Woliskowski leaves the game with 8 points, 4 rebounds. McRae. McNeely, too strong. He was making everything in the first half. Peter McNeely, 13 points, 5 of 12 now from the field. 3 of 9 for 3. You won't get a cleaner look than that. Johnson gets the foul, so Pinnick nearly goes out. It's possession and Walkup makes the three. Oh. Foul was called against Robinson. That's how the ball went back to Ludwigsburg. In the blink of an eye, Thomas Walkup back onto the floor. He gives his team the lead again. Robinson, tough fade. Knocks it down. Well, big-time players stepping up in big-time moments right here. This is what it's all about. Basketball Champions League action, quarterfinals. Sears trying to find some room over the top of medi, can't finish. And Robinson collects in the rebound. He'll hold here. A slender 1-point lead. Robinson reverses it round. Linhart has it with 9. Linhart had that quick run a minute ago. Will hang in the lane. medi kicks it. Fresh 14, so no hurry for Bayreuth. Will hit the ring. Robinson off the screen. That mid-range game, this is what he does. Knocks it down. Little roll of the eye from Patrick. He's only got 1 timeout left, remember. Called 2 of them in the 3rd quarter when his team was struggling. 3-point lead now for medi Bayreuth. Sears back to Johnson. He'll pull up. Tough shot from Johnson. He makes it. Robinson's turn now. As we're under 2.5 minutes left in this contest. Linhart wants to go left. Better job from McRae that time. medi calls out. Everyone wants to go one-on-one. Just turns and finishes over Sears. medi flexes. Johnson goes to Sears. Now Walkup. A rare touch from him. He's been quiet apart from that 3. Sears' jump shot doesn't go. I think they would love to have Woliskowski on the floor right now. Just his veteran leadership in that spot. Wiley's going to come in. Robinson again. The step back is good. That is Robinson's game. And he is carrying his team right now. Timeout called by Ludwigsburg. The largest lead of the game for medi Bayreuth comes with less than 2 minutes left in this one. 1:37 remaining. 5-point lead, 79 to 74.
Adika, we got Dave here. We're gonna go short. Look to go short. When Adika pops out, it'll be Adika and Tom on the Tom will be in the corner waiting, okay? So look to go short, so you're gonna set a ball screen and the board. Which side do you want to go to, Karan? Which way? Left. Shots, but we shouldn't be passive either. Just play the game. It's a few minutes before halftime. So try to go possession by possession. Right, 50 deep. Let's go. Team, 1, 2, 20.
What a game this has been from medi Bayreuth. They struggled in that first half. But they just hung around, and now they're right there, a 5-point lead. What a result this will be for them to take any sort of a lead back. A 250-kilometer drive back to Bayreuth. 1:37 left, +5. Possession into the hands of Johnson. Wiley rolls. Now, it's McNeely to Walkup. This is where they wanted the ball. Walkup guarded by Linhart. Good D from him. Shot clock getting low. Walkup kicks it out. Cook for 3 is good! Elgin Cook, a huge 3. Shot clock was winding down. Just what his team needed. Robinson to Brooks. Responds, a 3 of his own. Coach Corner applauding. Brooks fired up. Johnson comes up limping. Looks like he got a bang contact Yeah, just hit on that screen. That's what created the open look for Demont Brook. And he knocked it down. How important will this be for Ludwigsburg? Hanging on right now. Cook with the huge 3. But a 4-point game, under a minute of this first leg remains. Walker. Now Peter McNeely into the corner. Muller makes the 3. Linhart. Guarded by Walker. Taking his time here. Stops, gets his man on his back. Takes the jumper, is good. Well, Coach Corner said this is the last minutes before halftime. It's exactly the way his team are playing this one. Everyone's gone to the bench. I don't think there's been a timeout. It's just a sub. So we'll keep playing here. 32 seconds left. Linhart. Great play from him to get that little wedge dribble. Put his man on his back. Yep, the space. Can they finish this game? medi Bayreuth. They've got the 4-point lead. Johnson along the baseline, turns it over. York will run this one. Robinson back to York. He'll take it. In and out. It was a great tip from Seaforth, but no one there. And Johnson gives it over to Walker. Falling to the floor. Will go to the line. Wow, what a chance. I mean, if that 3 had gone from Gabe York, a 7-point lead with just 15 seconds to go. Would have been something medi Bayreuth would have been dreaming about, coming in a lead like that for the second leg. But as it stands, they'll have at least a 2-point lead here and the ball on the final possession. There's no way, surely they can lose this game. Walkup will be at the line. Not sure why there was confusion. Walkup 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight. 18 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, an efficiency of 25 for Walkup. No one else in the game gets close to that sort of numbers. 7 of 11 from the field. Another great game for him. This is the second. Mariah grabs it in. Linhart picks it up. Got some open floor. Finds Brooks. Now 3 on the clock. Linhart steps through, his foul. Why would they foul? Cook fouls Linhart, who's going to have a Hail Mary 3. And that's when Coach Patrick is asking his team. The medi Bayreuth fans cheering this one as Linhart makes the first. Look at that, the jubilation of the fans. 1.3 seconds left. Linhart, the second. What a second half from him. One final chance. Cook, the dribble from his own half. Doesn't go. What a road victory. What a comeback victory from medi Bayreuth then. There is still all to play for, though, as MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg go down at home in leg 1, 81-86. Now, an 11-point lead multiple times in the game for Ludwigsburg wasn't enough, as we see the statistics. The 3-point shooting, it came to life for Bayreuth when they needed it. The domination from them on the glass, even though they gave up 11 offensive rebounds, overcoming 18 turnovers to get this 5-point victory. Well, you see the scorers there, well, the leaders. Gabe York, 18 points, another 4 threes from him. And big-time players stepped up in big-time situations for medi Bayreuth. York, Robinson, Brooks, and also Nate Linhart, who doesn't make the top 3 scorers, had that run. 6 in a row from him. Thomas Walkup did his job on the other side. It is disappointment for Ludwigsburg, but a lot to play for still as we head to Bayreuth for the second leg. Well, incredibly, the one thing we talked about before the game, medi Bayreuth have never lost a game. Or sorry, never won a game when they've been outscored in the paint. And the run continues today as they manage to score, tie it 38 points in the paint for either team. So they get the victory without being outscored in the paint yet again. And really, that's a fine first leg game for them. Just like last week where they got the solid, last round, where they got that solid victory against Besiktas. On that occasion, they had to go on the road for leg 2 where they tied. Now they will go home again. And for Ludwigsburg, they will need to step up with a performance. They haven't had to do it in the round of 16. The first leg against EVE Baskets was just such a clinical performance. His second game here mattered for very little, but that's 2 in a row they've lost at home in the Basketball Champions League, Ludwigsburg. That will be the frustration for them, alongside the fact they had such a sizable lead, not just once, but multiple times in this game. So, we will be going back to Bayreuth next Wednesday night for leg 2 to see who will come out on top. medi Bayreuth will take a 5-point lead, 86-81.